Hello, everyone, and welcome to Source Energy Collective. We're so glad that you're here. What we were talking about before we started videotaping was just the stuff and the energy that is facing the world right now and seems to literally be blanketing our world energetically, collectively. Um, and before I continue, I'm just going to let you know who's here with me today. We have Madeline and we also have Barb here today. Did you guys want to say a quick hi?
Hi, good morning. Hope everyone's having a great day.
So we kind of tapped into that energy, and as we were talking and pulling cards on different things, um, we got some messages from Mother Earth. And so we have a lot of different situations happening that are catching the collective's attention. I'm not going to talk about it at depth. We've already discussed all these things. And so, as to not stay in the problem, I'm just going to mention them very briefly. So, the thing about the ostriches, the thing about all the wars, the thing about what's happening in the United States and all the protests, and then also the thing about, you know, the residential schools. So it's also come up that different channelers and different tarot readers have said that they didn't actually happen. Some people say it did happen. We all know on these channels that the MSM is full of lies. So we live in a state right now where we're getting fed two different stories that are completely opposite of each other. And so, is that a way to exercise our discernment muscle? Or is that a way to manipulate our feelings and for nefarious reasons? So then Mother Earth came through, and we have more messages from Mother Earth. And I'm going to pass it off to Madeline so that she can share her amazing message from Mother Earth.
So I just did another tarot spread to help me express what I was talking about before. And we're dealing with a lot of heavy energies, death energies, right? And we're being asked to get past this energy and rise above into an energy more harmonious and of forgiveness and of connection with Mother Earth and all that inhabits it. So it's not so much about finding exactly what happened in each of those terrible event that is being shown right now on the planet. It's more like about rising above it and understanding that these things have happened in the past. There's been horrible things that have happened, and they're all being enacted right now on the planet to help us bring us to the tower moment. See, we want to get to that place where we say, okay, this is it. What am I going to do? Am I going to choose to stay angry and spread anger and rage about all those awful things that have happened on the planet, or is still happening? We're not sure. We don't know for sure the truth. Or am I going to rise above it? Like taste the emotion, feel the anger, and see what it's doing to me. Can I transmute this anger? Am I able to change that? So, this is what I invite the people who are listening: change this energy and bring it more like into an energy of wonders and a childlike forgiveness, and understand that we're all here to raise our vibration and go into the forgiveness, forgiving all those awful things that have happened, forgiving all the people who have been making these terrible events happen, and rising above it so that we can bring up the vibration of the planet as a collective. So I invite all of you who are watching this video to look into your heart and connect with these energies, these emotions that you are feeling when something horrible is shown to you on TV. And can you go a little deeper forgive what happened, forgive yourself, forgive those people who have caused these things, and rise above it so that we can help Mother Earth clean itself from all the heaviness that is on the planet. So that was basically my message, Marcia. And thank you.
That was amazing. Now, Barb, do you want to share your next one?
Well, I think Madeline was succinct in what she said. I think that is the download. We are to go within and transmute that energy of conflict into peace, into forgiveness, and not to get caught up in the duality. And I think she said it perfectly. And it's quite interesting because I ended up pulling some more cards while Madeline was talking. And she said the cards were resonating with that message. I got the Fortune's Wheel. So we are definitely in the right spot. We're learning to do the right use of our power by going within and transmuting darkness and conflict energy. We need to do the deep dive within to purify that energy. And we'll have limitless possibilities to transmute that into forgiveness. So I thought it was just beautifully said, Madeline, and that is confirmation that that is what we need to do at this time with healing ourselves and the duality that's been placed on Earth. We need to go within and forgive.
Yeah, that is exactly right. So what's coming through right now is another thing that we spoke about before we started taping, is that many of us within the Source Energy Collective, we have been shown a lot of our past lives through doing our own Akashic record readings and through spirit, right? Many different ways to roam. There's a lot of different ways you can get your past life information. I know that I was an Indigenous woman in a few past lives, and how am I to know that I wasn't one of those people that played on the other side of history, right? That maybe had to pay back karma and went into the life of the Indigenous woman, having to feel what in the nefarious past life I did to another. So with all this hate and judgment and anger that is around in this world, and all our talk about oneness and unity consciousness, we have had all the different spectrums of the lives. We've had lives where we're saints and magical. We've had lives where we have been abused. We had lives when we were the abusers. We've had lives where we literally stole from people. We've had lives where we were stolen from. So to sit in all this judgment of others, and I'm not saying their actions are not good, but they're here to learn that lesson, right? And we're here to not pick up their karma, pretty much. Like, we don't want that. So how are we going to not pick up the karma, right? Is to learn how to transmute energy. And that energy that's blanketing the world right now, that tower moment energy, is really hurting Mother Earth, right? She's working so hard right now with all the floods and earthquakes that are happening, to let go of all this conflict energy. And our beliefs and feelings are being manipulated to the point where we're adding to it. Right? So we don't want to do that. I'm not saying be an ostrich. You guys know how I feel about doing that. But what I'm saying is, don't stay there, right? that is an important step of processing and recognizing the stuff that has happened, but don't stay there. Like, learn how to be an energy magician and transmute it by learning the lessons, by seeing why it happened, and then by transmuting that, recognizing that you're no better than the person, and transmuting that back into love, transmuting that back into like a harmonious energy for Mother Earth, right? So I don't know, did you guys pick cards, or do you want to pick cards on what we're talking about?
I think I kind of did when I did my spread, but I did pick from my dragons deck, and it said that we are returning to wisdom by doing this,
Yeah, yeah.
which I think is absolutely the truth. I mean, that is where we're supposed to get to again, is not being in judgment, not picking sides, but bringing the merging of love and the light and the dark, and just yin and yang, and just being in center and balance. And when bad things happen, not to go into judgment, just let it flow, which is also kind of what I got out of my water deck. Just
Mm,
let it flow and let it go.
let
Let
it,
it flow and let it go.
that's beautiful. Absolutely.
I can just show my middle card here that shows that the present right now is we're being put in a place of surrender. See, we're being put to the wall, to the precipice, and this is a situation, all the towers, all the terrible things that are being presented to us right now, and this is us being the warrior. This is the Knight of Pentacle, the warrior, wanting, we want the justice, we want everything to be right. But what the advice is to taste the water, taste the emotion, feel what these situations make you feel. And, here's the warrior seeing all those things that are happening, and we just want to make it right, but we're being asked, the advice is taste the water and become the sun. Become the sun. Transmute this energy into the magic and the power of the sun so that you can rise above all the darkness that's on the planet. This is the past card, the one that I didn't show, which was the Nine of Sword. Yes, things have happened in the past. Yes, the planet is riddled with awful things that have happened. That's the truth. But again, we're being asked to rise above it. So again, this is what we need to do. Taste the emotion that you feel, the anger, the rage, whatever it is, and transmute it. Forgive it, know what it makes you feel inside, and then rise above it. Become the magic, and then radiate that magic around you. That will help rise the vibration of the earth.
This is a really important message from Mother Earth, because this came through the couple days after the ostrich cull, was that yes, these things are happening for humanity to see, for humanity to feel, for humanity to process. But what also came in was to rise above that, to expand above that. That is what we're missing out right now, right? We're really good at feeling the conflict and feeling all that stuff and feeling into it. We're really good at sitting in the poo, Barb. We're really good at sitting in it and like swimming in it and like rubbing ourselves all over it. We are not, so as it seems, in my opinion. Where we're lacking is the expansion past that, the learning from it. Like, why is it happening? What's going on? And again, journaling is a really great way to sift through. Meditation is a really good way to sift through. Getting guidance from your higher self is a really great way to sift through. We just did a whole video on how to energetically release emotions. So you can find that on Build Your Foundations playlist on our YouTube channel. So I did pull cards. Do you want to hear my cards? So as Madeline was talking about her download, I was shuffling the deck and I was asking Spirit to give me more information about what Madeline and Barb was sharing about their downloads. So you guys know that usually I get the Queen of Wands, right? And I resonate really strongly with the Queen of Wands. So today I got the Queen of Cups. So it is that expansion past the wands, right? It's that expansion. What did you get? You got the Queen of Cups? Yeah. Just keep yourself unmuted, you guys. The expansion past the Queen of Wands into the Queen of Cups, into a mastery, into a nurturing, into a mothering of self and your emotions and your inner world. So yeah, it's starting to go back within, right? Ooh, I did get the Ace of Wands. It's the fusion. It's the fusion of water and fire, right? It's like the nurturing of the water, the mothering, the intuition, but then also to not forget this, right? To use that passion, but to use the water to transmute it. It's what I was talking about. It's the energetic magic of transmutation, right? So the Eight of Pentacles, these are agendas that have been brought out by the government, right? And that's what we are, it's still going to happen because this one is in the near future, right? And so this is why these two came up, is to try to remind us that this is the way, because this is what we're facing, right? The dictatorship. And this is the sun, and that is how we're going to expand past the conflict, right? We're going to, there's so much, like, and I talk about it so much, the codes that are coming in. The sun gives us life, the sun gives us warmth, the sun shines so bright for us to embody that. What is that?
That is the sun too.
You got the sun too.
Yeah.
It's like we get like the same cards. So let me just wrap this up into their downloads about recognizing the conflict, but using it as kind of like a jumping off of to jump off higher into expansion, right? So yes, we are facing some manipulations and conflicts. That's just what we have been done, what's been done on this earth. But we have the ability to expand past it by nurturing our own inner world, and using the passion that we felt within the conflict to go within and nurture ourselves, nurture our emotions, kind of learn from our emotions, like master our emotions, right? Release and let them flow out with the water card. And then after we do that, we can embody the sun, and the things that came out is the moon. And usually the moon to me says illusion, but right now it's talking to me about intuition, right? And you need to use your intuition to do this work of the expansion past the conflict. And love, use the energy of love. And like I said, like this weekend, we are going to be doing on Saturday at 11 a.m. PST, which is 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. MST, which is 10 a.m. PST, which is what time in Eastern, Madeline? 12?
1 o'clock EST.
1 o'clock EST, we're going to be transmuting some of this conflict energy that is blanketing the earth. And we're actually going to focus on the farm, but we're sending it out throughout all the earth, through grid lines and through the water. So this is our task, guys, and everyone watching, right? We're getting pulled in all these different directions. We're getting told like flip-flop opposite stories for the practice of discerning, but also to use that conflict as like a ramp, as like a trampoline. What are they called? As like a jumping thing to jump higher into expansion, to jump higher into the vibration of love, to jump higher into the forgiveness, and recognizing that there were lives that we were the assholes. Sorry, but you know, so it's like we're all one, and that's what it talks about, and that's what Mother Earth wants us to do for her, is to recognize that, to remember that. And that's why all these codes are coming in from the sun and from the planets and from the comets. So yeah, anything else, guys? No? All right, I don't think they have anything else to say, so I hope you enjoyed this. Again, check out the Build Your Foundation. That is the key, right? To harmonize your inner world so that your outer world matches. And we walk you step by step on how to do that in the way, there's many ways to roam, but in the way that we've done that, right? So we're just sharing our kind of experience, strength, and hope with you guys. And we will catch you later. If you like this video, subscribe, share, comment. We'd love to hear from you.